Hi, this is Scott from EyeRonec, and today I'm here to teach you how to bring your iris photos across from Microcapture into Eyeris to diagnose and create a report. So first up, I've got the Microcapture window, and before I start, I'd just like to mention a little bit about Microcapture. Before you take your photos, there are two settings that I want you to make sure that you have set. Every time you start up Microcapture, you have to do this. We're working on a way around it, but for the meantime, just make sure you set these two options. So if I click on the options menu, I can go preview size, and the fourth item down is 640 by 480. I recommend you use this setting because it'll be a lot easier to take your images, and you won't have a great loss in quality, so that's the best option. If you're still experiencing a bit of lag, you can go one of the lower settings, but 640 by 480, I recommend you try that first. And the other setting is the date and time. Here I have it off, that was a mistake, but you should always have the date and time on, just so it doesn't matter what the image is called, you'll always have an accurate date in the top left hand corner of the iris photo. So we'll come back to Microcapture, and as you can see on the right hand side here, I've taken two images. This one of my right eye, because the right eye is always first, and this one of the left eye, because the left eye is second. So we want to save this image, so we'll double click on it, and that'll pull up the preview window. So here you can see the image or the iris photo a little bit bigger, but we'll go down to the bottom here and you need to click on the save button. Now I've already opened up to my documents or documents because I'm on Windows 7, but it doesn't really matter where you save your iris photos, but you want them to be in a spot that you'll remember. My Documents is simple, you're never going to forget it. So to get to My Documents, you click on this down menu. If you're in Windows 7, you click on Libraries and go Documents. There's also Libraries on the side here. If you're on an earlier version of Windows, there'll be My Documents, you just click on that. So I've already made a folder here called Iris Photos. You can make your own folder with just this little button here. There'll be a similar one on your operating system. So we'll double click on that, and here should be a list of all of your patients. So I'm just going to create a new folder right now, and I'll call it Jones Scott. So we'll double click on that, open it up, and it always makes sense to name your files after the date. So we'll call this one 2014-05-19, which is the date of this video, and write and save. So we don't need this window anymore, so we'll close that out. And so now we want to save the left eye, so we'll double click on that, come back down here to the save button, and it automatically opens up to your same patient's file, so that's convenient. So we'll rename it 2014-05-19 left, and save. That's how easy it is, folks. So we'll just close this window, and we've saved both these images, so we don't need Microcapture anymore, so we'll close that. And now we will open Eyeris. So you might get a pop-up window when you open Eyeris. That's fine, just click OK, close it out. And so anyway, the first thing we want to do is open the image, so we just click on Open, and I've already opened up to the Scott Jones folder. it'll open up to the last place you pulled images from. So just to reiterate what we discussed before, you go up here, Libraries or My Documents. We'll go Documents, Iris Photos, and then we select our patient. We'll look at the dates, and we want to put in the right eye first. And open down here. So that's our first image, the right, that's correct. Female right, I'm male, so just click on this gender button if you need to. And now we want to do the same with the left eye. So open, left eye, and we'll change the gender. Now I just want to make sure you understand this. You might freak out at this point. Don't, because the right eye is actually underneath the left eye, you can see there. So what we'll do is we'll pull the left eye across, because that's the way you would see it on a patient. I'll make this window a little bit bigger, back in the corner here. Move it up to the top. Pull this down more just to give us more room. And pull the left eye across more. And there we go, perfect. That is a perfect setup for Iris, ready to place the grid. So placing the grid is in the next video. So be sure to check that out, and thank you for watching.